And they draft so complete. If you look at this, you know, they've got plenty of save, they've got counter initiation, they've got the ability to take towers and objectives, and that safety, you know, the security of knowing we have a Morphling, we have Ame playing it.
That's an old one, yeah. You were saying?
Well, we might have a contest over the bottom room. We'll see
We definitely are, because they're going to go for the Fisher block. If somebody pops their head out from Team Spirit, okay, the arrow does land, but now they throw out the Fisher, kind of blocking in Toronto Tokyo, which makes it a little bit awkward for him. He has to level up to Assimilate in order to make it so his situation is okay. He is fed a tango by Mira, so the damage that was done can be undone. But it just means he doesn't get to use his better ability in lane right away, the Resonant Pulse. It's nice being able to have that that versatility of decision-making, right? Where you can just try and continue dominate the laning phase if you want to, or you can go jungle if they really try and pressure you. First Blood going the way of Faith Beyond as they manage to pick up Miposhka, or if he goes for the more farming build of the Aftershock, which allows you to be able to get that Blink Dagger build up faster. Miposhka, nice Splinter Blast. That was probably max range to be able to get the slow. And if he can get in front of him, block him up a little bit more, that's enough to be able to get the Aftershock hit. And a little bit more blocks, and they probably got him dead. They may not have gotten that Aftershock, but they get the long-range Enchant Totem hit from Faith Beyond to get a second kill on Miposhka.
Immediately the X on the bottom tower. They want to pressure the tiny lane, but here's Tokyo.
Going to do about this? They certainly need the backup. Good rocket flare to be able to scout Toronto Tokyo, but they may still be able to catch Zinq here. Is slowed down by the disruption. Toronto Tokyo is going to be able to make that second jump to commit to the kill. Nothing to say. No way to really punish there. Not with all of Team Spirit in force like that. Ame taking advantage of the fact that he knows everybody is away to play in the bottom lane, and is going to try and bully Collapse a bit.
Doing a nice job. He has his ult skilled. Might surprise Collapse here.
Turns around. Zinq. Yeah.
Yeah.
He got baited into that real hard. And now Ame's like, okay, I'm all by myself, so I'm just going to go max agility and heal up.
And that's what makes this hero so scary, right? Because he gets the kill, he goes to 0 HP, and then because he has this time left alone, he'll be full health and half mana by the time you get back as the Venge. Stack them on top of each other until they get that big team fight with the decisive lead.
Again, another poke at Collapse. This is a hero. Okay, so I still hold that this Vengeful Spirit cannot have a bad laning phase. Faith Beyond proved me wrong, but I also feel like that's just LGD being LGD, and that's just not fair. I feel like for everybody else, Vengeful Spirit has to have a strong 10-15 minutes. Otherwise, that Aghanim Scepter gets way too delayed. Disruption Arrow combo is going to be able to catch Y. He's been trying to scout into this triangle a lot. He blocked the hard camp once with a sentry. He actually is going to have it reblocked here. And they actually threw a ward that is immediately going to be spouted, so. Oh yeah, the Earthshaker Morphling?
Yeah, something like, yeah, it was maybe tweaked a bit, slight nerfs, but this is one of the scariest combos in Dota.
Is this going to be enough? They certainly don't have enough nukes by itself. The Magic Missile also being disjointed by the waveform. Doesn't feel great. Swap back. Nothing to say. He's going to try and chase down Miposhka here. The rest of Team Spirit in a little bit of no man's land. Even worse that the Clockwork was on the other side of things. Collapse. Battery Assault ticking, hoping that it wouldn't hit a neutral, but it keeps on sticking onto the neutrals.
There's a lot to cancel your blink.
Whoa. Tried to go for the hook shot. Wasn't quite on the mark the first time. Pump faked it a few times. That smoke is still going to net them Miposhka. And what is probably more valuable at this point in time, if they can take some of these stacks, then, you know, I'm looking at this. We said Team Spirit need to be crushing the first 15 minutes, and it's looking like LGD are going to walk away with a sizable lead, as they are holding 2,000 right now. They can't do anything about the Ancients, but they took the hard camp stack.
Yeah, and now you just play the 4-1. Ame takes the bottom half of the map. The rest of your lineup just moves around as a unit. And unfortunately, Team Spirit, like, the team fight isn't really there. There are a bunch of stuns. And there's the swap. This should be a kill. Yeah.
Very easy kill.
But that's 1 kill.
Yeah.
Single target, 4
Well,
heroes.
Maybe this is 2. Maybe. They should be able to. I don't think Nothing to Say is any way out of this one, as they're going to be able to catch him with a beautiful Ether Remnant. Yutoro, you just not have any heavy stuns or anything? Oh, no. I mean, Zay just kind of casually got to walk away. Machine,
So
is that what you're
that's
talking
the
about?
normal one. That's just a regular shaker, but now you have both. And I don't know how you play Dota as like a Shadow Demon or a Mirana. Oh, nice ulti.
Beautiful curse that is going to set up a really nasty Cogs with Nothing to Say, just being like, yes, thank you very much. Toronto Tokyo is not getting away. The Crypt Swarm at the edge with the 2 little ghosts. Double kill for Nothing to Say, and
just because Tiny was off map. So what if he did have a Shadow Blade? He could actually get solo killed. He's ensuring that isn't the case.
nice kill there. Shinkyu.
And a smoke coming out. The Love Mid Tower, level 2 Exorcism prepared, and a Haste Rune, and a DD already popped. This is very spooky.
Smoke breaks, smoke breaks, smoke breaks 3 times there, and it's going to be LGD who find the opening onto Collapse. And that'll be a free pickoff. I'm not wrong, right? Team Spirit, they double smoked on accident, right?
Yes.
I don't think I've ever seen a double smoke instantly break like that.
Yeah, and this is just such a huge timing. Faith Beyond, even better than a Blink Dagger. This Aghanim Scepter is just terrifying. Like, absolutely terrifying. 5-second cooldown for a near 1,000 jump 1.5 second stun.
Yeah.
Doesn't even really need to dunk. And Ame didn't even like think about attending that engagement. He was just farming. Now as an E-Blade.
This is one of those games where your carry could literally...
They see this.
Trying to jump him. Unfortunately, the Aghanim Scepter a little bit slow. Yutoro changes course. Not caught by that, but will be hit by the second one. Slowed down enough that he is definitely dead.
Gorgeous.
Really nicely baited. As you said, LGD read where Team Spirit wants to be able to play on the map. That ward sentry combination spots him out.
Their ward was placed 3.5 minutes ago. That's how far ahead they are, Team Spirit, right now.
Yeah. 3.5 minutes ahead. Nothing to say. Oh, nice tank there from Y, making sure the arrow doesn't actually land onto the Death Prophet. Still healthy enough to keep going. Faith Beyond jumping into the Mirana to be able to finish him off. And, oh, the Cold Embrace is not enough. The magic damage actually managed to finish him off. Mira got away at the same time. Nothing to say. Did chase down Maposhka here and is still looking for Collapse. Sentries on out. They're going to be able to spot him. Arrow actually does manage to catch him here. They're going to recommit. The Winner's Curse laid out onto Toronto Tokyo because they see that double damage. They silenced to overlay that disable to make sure that Toronto Tokyo, which would have been a critical double damage that could have won that fight for them, wasn't able to make the jump over. Wasn't able to actually get on top of the Death Prophet.
That's just beautiful. And I love having that overlap that, silence, you don't lose any damage, right? It's just an instant 100 overlay. There's no way to continue that engagement as the Void Spirit. And just, man, on top of the high ground. And they're going to find him again. The ward again.
100 to 0. Nicely played by LGD. The stuns from the Earthshaker layer just nicely enough to be able to get the shotgun. This ward?
No, yeah. This is, you just don't expect this as Team Spirit.
Yeah, like most of the time, this part of the map, like you give up your tier 1 tower, and then sometimes you just don't really play into your tier 2 safe lane at all. And LGD is just giving Team Spirit no quarter whatsoever. They're going to keep on hunting here, finding Yutoro, jumping onto him, tossing the Clockwork away as best he can, but he's not going to be able to deal with this Morphling when he shows up. The Morphling, Ame, just blows up Mira, deals with Yutoro in time. The only real escapee here is maybe Poshka. Oh, Yutoro thought he could get away with that BKB. Nice toss-up, and it's actually pretty funny that he can grab the Earthshaker mid-air from Enchant Totem. Nothing to say. He's trying this by himself. Swap for a second to be able to get that damage reduction that allows Collapse to be able to live. But the fact that Nothing to Say can do that in the first place, with nobody around.
He got a solo kill.
He just ran down mid-tier 2 looking for kills.
Goodness gracious. I mean, it's just...
Yeah, this is a Team Spirit. I mean, they didn't just simply qualify for TI, right? They actually had that very nice run at Dota Pit where Oh, that was a nice combo. Swapped into the Ether Remnant. A beautiful combination from Team Spirit. The problem is that's an Aegis on Ame. So it was a really cool play. They swapped him into a pre-laid out Ether Remnant from the Void Spirit so they can get an instant stun. But again,
Aegis.
it's still an Aegis. It was such a cool play, but it did nothing for them besides taking away an Aegis, so I guess that's not a threat, but yeah. This is, again, Team Spirit had this nice lower bracket run through the Dota Pit tournament, and man seems very prepared. After all, can we see that ward graphic again? This man had like 20 sentries laid out in the first 15 minutes of the game or something. Like, it's an LGD team that's winning, and Y's like, I've got net worth to play with. It's just going to be tons of sentries. He is going to die here, though. Yutaro is going to be able to catch him. Maybe the Earthshaker as well. Faith Beyond couldn't actually make it over the top of that one. He does manage to get off the Echo Slam. The Venge Spirit is out. They're going to try and chase that down to make sure the Vengeful Spirit is no longer in this fight whatsoever, unless he chooses to buy back.
That's a Arcane Rune and level 18 Death Prophet. What a timing. Who needs Aegis? You have an insane, not even net worth advantage, but gold lead. Peace.
Not a whole lot to say about this one, Kyle.
No,
This
indeed.
is just LGD doing a good job on that Winter Wyvern. Had several quite nice Winter Curses.
Wards in front of the Roche Pit, they'll see the Arcane.
Faith Beyond just charging headlong in. The Rocket is going to be able to give him some vision as well and collapse. They're going to make sure he's going to die. Probably not once, but probably twice.
Oh no. The trees. The swap breaks the trees. And poor Collapse, he's just like, oh, that.
There's nowhere to hide now.
And now the line drawn on. He's like, all right, guys, great job. Let me finish my Scotty real fast. Much like when they pushed bottom and had the safety of the ward above them, now they've wards to the right as they push top.
Rocket spots Miposhka, forced to have to get away from the arrow, but still staying on top of Miposhka to make sure he dies, as his team is currently assaulting the top lane.
Another Arcane Rune.
I mean, Team Spirit, it feels bad, but twice now. Okay, they do manage to get the swap into Ether Remnant combination to be able to bring down the Morphling, but the curse!
No.
Shinkyu just beautiful on top of the
Oh my
Tiny,
God.
leading into the Echo Slam. The combo is real from LGD, and it's certainly going to be a combo that knocks out Team Spirit. They have no say in this game. LGD is just going to march through all of these heroes, take down the buildings, probably close it out here. I mean, they don't even have another swap just yet. It's a cute play, but it feels like it's like the only play we've seen from Team Spirit.
Yeah, they got the Aegis the one time. That was nice, but unfortunately, it's just not enough. I just love the way PSG play. Like they're their two big cores are hitting tower. As Faith Beyond and Y kill a support.
Yeah.
And Jinkyu kind of like rotates over like you don't watch football, but he's like like the strong safety, like drifting to the weak side. Do they need me? No, okay, I'll go back and cover deep.
Hook shot in deep here as the Cold Embrace is going to be able to keep Nothing to stay alive. Not even just alive, but fully healed up. Collapse, certainly dead, comes back in spirit form while Nothing to say looks to be able to run down Yutaro. They're going to try and slow him down until their damage dealer can finally finish him out. Looks like they're dealing with that nasty spirit for now. As Y, okay, he's going to commit his life to be able to stall up Yutaro. They do manage to get a nice arrow. That finishes off Sin Q at least. But Ame, okay, never mind. They don't have any detection. So Yutaro is going to be able to get away cleanly here. Maybe Team Spirit can actually hold this out here. It is a 4 versus 3. I'm not sure if they can deal with Ame. Problem is they can kite back all they want. The buildings are exposed. This is going to be mega soon. You miss out on the disruption arrow combination.
And the discipline,
That's it.
I'm telling you, man, this squad, there is no yeah, GG. It's over, but
Jeez.
I love that PSG, maybe there was a 0.5 to 0.1% shot that Spirit can come back.
Yeah.
They're down 2, as you said. So yeah, we got Megas, we'll back off. Like, they are all business. They are not here to mess around. They know what it's like to taste like Yules into bots into Sange, Lotus, Halberd.
Yeah.
Like, you just don't necessarily see that, but in retro, it's like it all makes sense. Razor's another kind of hero where it's, are you buying early bots from these 4 positions or offlaners? I think it's quite nice. And it is Faith Beyond, the offlane LC. What is he? Oh, he's going to go for an HOD?
Or do you think he's actually going to go for that? These things happen. Toronto Tokyo needs to win this mid lane pretty hard, as we may be watching Y die right now. In fact, we are going to watch him die. That's going to be first blood for Collapse. A good start here for Team Spirit, protecting their pull and getting a first blood for it. That is kind of what you need to see.
One of the hardest, just because you get all the bonus damage that you can continue to CS even when you're getting linked. And
oh, the last bit of damage coming in from Shinkyu. That I was wondering. I was like, nothing to say. Does he actually have the damage? And then, okay, the Skywrath Rage was actually joining him. Collapse, they in trouble. Ame able to get that kill, so they're going to trade in bottom lane, but that one is to the favor of LGD as well.
Yep, 100%.
And a large part of that is that Faith Beyond is relatively untouched at this top lane. So Shinkyu is able to rotate and make these very early rapid rotations into the mid lane because Faith Beyond is not in danger of any sort. And it's kind of pointless for a Skywrath Mage to stay in an IO lane.
Yep.
Because normally your whole entire play is to harass a hero out of lane entirely, maybe get a kill, and that just doesn't happen with the constant sustain of IO. So better just leave Faith Beyond to focus on farming.
This is so. I want to. Oh, they nice kill on Ame, but
yeah.
I'm just like stuck. I see us both just watching top as this armlet LC just hits Sven in the face mid lane. They're gonna make another go. Both missed.
That was a fail boat indeed. Yeah, I think he just X'd a little bit too early. Why? Cookie. Oh, nice little juke, but I don't think it changes anything besides getting off a little bit more damage on Amira.
But
okay, they spot. Oh, they wanted that courier and they'll have it, but is he going to pay for it with his life? Ame, a little bit far away, doesn't actually have the vision, but he only got a couple of rocks there combined with a raindrop. Collapse both knows about that vision and will be able to survive to tell his friends about the vision. It's a little awkward just because it's you don't have your initiator now, right? You're actually like filling out the whole entire lineup with semi-carries. They're going to be able to get the first duel of the game onto Miposhka. But I guess you don't need it because Kunkka is just a constant initiator for you, right?
Exactly.
Every single time he X's, it's... Okay, that's a good way to think about it. Combined with the fact that they are also very tanky, they have high amounts of armor, which again is just going to create issues for Razor and Sven and being able to kill heroes. It doesn't necessarily, it does mean that like LGD, they're farming really efficiently around the map, and it's why they have a bit of a net worth lead. And then a relocate, I feel like that's pretty good saves, Kyle.
I've got more faith in Tesla's self-driving than I do the ability of IO to relocate, and I would never use autopilot, so that should...
Okay. Vale also picked up for the Snapfire, so their magic damage combination between him and Collapse is going to be pretty high. Still want that Blink Dagger, though. They are going to be able to... I thought they were going to go for Collapse, but instead they caught mid lane, Toronto Tokyo. They did relocate in right on top of the Winter Wyvern, caught him before he could get off the Cold Embrace, and now turning into a little piggy is this Faith Beyond Legion Commander who's going to be able to run himself away here. They're actually going to X yeah, this IO. He's not making it out of here. They give him the cookie, but he's still going to be run down. Collapses silence for a moment here. Bit of a reset. Team Spirit backed themselves away. Not what they wanted. 1-for-2 exchange with them using relocate and everything else. LGD continuing to build up more and more of an advantage. VG Gaming earlier, right? The Weaver forward position, the Venomancer forward position, both of those like excel at being able to find and give vision of some kind. They're gonna find Y here. Immediately pin him to the tree. Chain the stuns to make sure he can't get anything off. Miposhka hiding in the trees, playing to save Yutoro, but it looks like they're going to try and go for a two-pronged attack here. Faith Beyond going for Yutoro, meanwhile Y trying to make sure that Miposhka doesn't get the opportunity to go for a relocate out, so it just means Miposhka is going to be the sacrificial lamb to allow Yutoro to be able to get away.
More duel. I love this. Y's like, he warded for that kill, but he recognizes they now know it's there, so he'll just deny it. Not satisfaction. I do not let you kill my wards. I will kill them myself. Nice silence.
Get the combination here with the kisses coming in. Faith Beyond taking a decent amount of damage, but with the armlet, it's just enough to keep him alive and well. Collapse doesn't have that same kind of item, gets bursted down by the Kunkka.
They would have loved an engagement there. They had the BKB ult ready on the Sven, BKB on Razor as well, but Collapse just gets worked. And like, this is with vision too.
I was watching on the map. You said, oh, he's going to kill that ward. And he left it there. And then he just sat there waiting for somebody to show up and then denied it right in front of his face. Like, if there's any time to use a chat wheel line, surely it's right then at that moment.
Faith Beyond. Whoa, what?
Got the duel anyway. Not going to be fast enough to get the extra damage, but still, kill's a kill.
He messed that up a little bit too. He short blinked. If you blink, if you over blink, you only get 4/5 of the distance. If you do it within the 1,200 units, you would get exactly where you click. And he over blinked there, but it doesn't matter because that was a very odd cookie.
Another move. Oh, nice winner's curse. Shinkyu. It turns around, throws what damage he can, but Toronto Tokyo has the BKB. Still, though, if LGD gets away, which it seems like they will, a BKB used by Team Spirits and losing their 4 position. It's not too bad considering Ame's just been kind of quietly farming this entire time. Really surprised we just never got to see. Like, have they killed anybody with this Mars Snapfire combo?
Not yet.
And they're running out of time at this point. My magic damage is going to be irrelevant soon. It's a duel before he completes the cookie away. Mira gets caught and feeds away some damage to Faith Beyond, and that now means that Collapse is out of position, so he has to blink away and TP out. And a tier 2 that is free for the taking for Ame.
Immediately onto the outpost.
It did. And then they nerfed it.
Probably like 2 years ago. I just forgot. Oh, Collapse.
He did manage to get the curse out. Collapse catches the Kunkka, though. Nothing to say. Going for a TP out. They have no more stuns! Oh, no.
And why teleported home as well? Oh, my God. I mean, with Armlet popped, he had that plate mail, like you said. He currently has... Is that real?
And meanwhile, look how fast they're able to kill someone like Mapochka.
How? Hang on a sec. He has 32 armor. Oh boy. This is where Tiny thrives. You're just gonna, like, he turns into a damn lone druid. He's just slaughtering buildings.
He's stacking so fast for a Tiny. This is not what Tiny is supposed to look like.
Just keep going. You force everyone back to base.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh, instantly silence! Shinkyu says, nay, gentlemen. You're not getting the initiation. Oh, no, Yutaro has already gone in, and he's not going to be able to kill Shinkyu. He just got slaughtered! Ame, nothing to say, and Faith Beyond, they just triple-teamed him, and he went down in an instant.
He didn't even have time to pop Warcry. He took 2 hits from Tiny, a DD Kunkka Cleave. They just like won the game.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
It's like you're playing Alabama and you're Akron. I just don't know what you're supposed to do.
I have no idea what the hell that means. Next round of Raxes. And it's going to be no problem. Yutaro's going to be back up in a second here, but I'm not even sure if Team Spirit is ready to fight. Satanic, and they're not going to slow down. They have Aegis. They're like, oh, okay, come on. Let's do this again. Try again, Team Spirit. Back away, but only for a second, just to see if somebody goes out of position. Toronto Tokyo going to be tossed up in the air. He's going to be forced to use the BKB here. He has to be careful of this physical damage of the Tiny. Even if he's being drained, he still hits like a truck. Collapse has managed to catch the dude supports in the backline. Silence afterwards, and Yutaro doesn't get to get the jump in. Meanwhile, the Tiny is still dealing with this Razor. Collapse is receiving no help from his supports whatsoever because they are being demolished and countered by the cores of PSG.LGD. Yutaro gets out, Razor gets out, Toronto Tokyo gets out, but they call GG. It's just over, Kyle.
That was a fully drained Tiny who just ran back in to start hitting Razor and won the fight. He forced relocate. What do you do? Just